people may catch me in moments where I'm experiencing like a feeling very intensely, and I'm still pushing through whatever it is I'm going through. Like I'm happy or I'm still smiling, and they're like, how did you manage to do that? And I want to say that one of the tools that I started using a year ago, maybe. So I want to say that one of the tools that I've been using for some time are mood tracking apps. So hello guys. So I've been living super inauthentically. I wake up really early in the morning and then I try to record these videos just to knock them off of my list. I even try to get cute for you guys, but it's just honestly not happening. So I'm probably gonna end up recording the majority of these in my robe. Like I can't even drink my tea in the morning. That's not me either. So yeah, you guys will see me with tea. It's probably spiked, just being completely honest. Anyway, moving forward. So today I'm going to talk moodiness, bipolarness, dramaticness, what have you, whatever. Well, maybe not dramaticness. Mood swings are completely normal. I hate when people, hate is a strong word. I really dislike when people, when they don't allow you to have emotions. Maybe I didn't say that the right way, but I really truly don't like when people don't give people the room to feel things out. I don't like that. You're not crazy for having mood swings. You're not crazy for, no emotion should make you feel crazy. Chances are the people around you are making you feel crazy for experiencing that emotion, and you just need to kind of retract. Not necessarily lash out at the people around you, but you definitely have to remove yourself from the situation because it does require still some time. Sadness is not bad. Happiness, of course, is not bad. Anger, yo, my nigga, I am encouraging you to flip the fuck out because it's not bad. However, not giving yourself adequate enough time to understand why you're feeling what you're feeling is bad. And this is why, and this is how I've kind of learned to manage my mood swings and emotions throughout the day, because I'll admit I'm not perfect. I'm actually someone who takes a lot on their plate, so I feel I am prone to a lot more mood swings than other people, with just having so many different types of things going on, like literally a million and one things going on at a time. So at any given time, any one of these a million and one things that I'm giving my energy to can, cause me to have some type of switch in mood, whether something went bad, whether something went right. I'm not receiving a product in time, a client's giving me a hard time. There's no such thing. Customers are number one. A client's giving me a hard time. Like, just little things like that. Especially if you're someone who is super involved, and I mean involvement in many ways. You can be someone who's heavily involved in work. You can be someone who's heavily involved in your social circle. You can be someone who's heavily involved in the community. But when you're someone who is especially heavily involved, you're giving a lot of time to other people and other things that may take away from the time you have to digest the emotions that you're going through. So again, I'm going to put it all together and make it all make sense. Jealousy is one of my favorite ones. Is it okay to be jealous of someone? Absolutely. Is it okay not to understand why you're jealous of someone? Absolutely not. Any emotion can create a distorted lens of your world. Any emotion, sadness, jealousy, happiness. Sometimes people overcompensate with happiness to kind of push away the sadness that they're going through. So any emotion can create this distorted view or self-limiting thoughts. So all emotions are good. Understanding them are great. Not understanding them is what causes us to become reactive. Just think about it. Most of your thoughts of self-improvement start with, I want this. Now, you can simply want better for yourselves, but a lot of times I didn't even know what was better for me, just being completely honest, until the scale changed until I saw someone with a nicer car. That's a bad example, but let me really think. Until I saw someone maybe who had reached a higher level of education than I had. Not to say that I was jealous of this person, but before I even knew, I needed to know this was available to even want it. So that's where that moment of I want what this person has, if you understand it, can either turn into a reactive jealousy or really shift your perspective and turn into motivation. So that's why I say don't rule out emotions just because you can't understand them. Oh, Indy wants to come in. Come. Cheerio, Daylio. How are you, baby girl? Would you like to make a cameo? Indy wants to make a cameo. So no one better judge me. I haven't been able to get a grooming appointment for my dog for months now. And what's worse is I then proceeded to try to cut around her eyes myself, and that didn't work either. So here I have just a little furry mongrel. My baby. So yes, emotions. Now this emotion is happiness. And why am I happy? Because my dog gives me so much comfort. I can only manage to bathe her. And then because I bathe her now, she has knots. But we won't tell Daddy. So I think what's cool is even when you look at the definition of the 7 deadly sins, and please forgive me if I don't know all of them off the top of my head. Gluttony, greed, pride, anger, envy, of course, jealousy. I'm missing 2 that I can't remember at the time, but will probably come back to me. But even when you look at the 7 deadly sins, they're described as nothing but things that we do naturally that are now getting done in excess. How we stop ourselves from getting to that extreme is key. Like how we prevent jealousy from actually becoming real jealousy is key. And of course, I want to pause and take the moment and say, everything is situational. Sometimes, yes, jealousy is warranted. If your partner has cheated on you, there's probably something you need to talk about. Like, that's a whole different situation. I'm just talking about like natural day-to-day encounters that you may have with people. So being able to track my mood has done wonders for me now, to the point where I feel that I don't necessarily need the app all the time, but I still honestly use it because there's months where I fall off and I won't be as transparent with myself, and the app kind of just helps with that little piece of transparency. Um, my favorite app to use is actually the Moody app. There are several apps. For the purpose of this video, I tried 3 other apps as well, and I'm just gonna list in the description the pros and cons to each, and kind of just zero in on what the Mood app can do for you. With using Moody, I love it. Some of the apps are password protected, which is great. I don't believe Moody is one that is. Moody is a more simpler mood tracking app. Some of the mood tracking apps come with like a mood tracking community where you can share to vent to people. You can join venting boards about certain topics, whether it's family, work, money, COVID-19. There are many. It's like an online community within your app as well. Like you have your section of your personal notes, of course, where you can track your moods, but then you have this other piece to the app where you can join these communities. Now Moody doesn't offer that, and that's honestly one of the reasons why I like Moody, because of its simplicity. I'm not someone who cares for the extra stuff. I like it to be simple, digestible, easy, something that takes no thought from me, basically. With the mood tracking apps, just in general, they ask you to pin a mood, and then they ask you to pin reasons to your mood. So why I like Moody specifically. So Moody asks you to pin a mood. Let's say you're feeling sad. Boom. Moody's gonna say, okay, you're feeling sad today. But then you can get into the reasons why you're feeling sad. You can jot down what you did today. Well, I went to the movies, I hung out with my boyfriend, I did a lot of homework. Now, what I love about Moody also is that you can always go back and see at a week's time or a month's time what your general overall mood was. and being able to track down and write down and jot down what you did daily, it kind of helps you zero in on, hey, if every day that I had a bad mood, I hung out with Tiffany, mm, let me see, what is it that I'm doing with Tiffany? Is it Tiffany? Is it the conversations I'm having with Tiffany? Like, every time I'm in a bad mood, there's a common denominator that Tiffany was involved. Boom. I don't have a friend named Tiffany. That's just an example. Another great example is, hey, on the days that I balance time with my friends and times doing chores, I had an okay day versus days when I just simply did chores and I listed as a bad day versus days when I simply hung out with my friends and I listed as a great day. So I noticed that in balancing certain chores and certain tasks, I had a more balanced day. And it didn't even have to be, chores and housework and my friends, just truly looking at my day and seeing what tasks together made for a better day is so cool. And that's why I love using a mood tracking app. Also, with the mood tracking app, because it forces you to break down your day and it forces you to break down your emotion, you get to the real root. Hey, am I angry because I'm having a bad day? Like, what am I really angry about? Okay, Jill and I just got into an argument and I'm mad. But what am I really mad about? I'm mad at what Jill said. Okay, what did Jill say? Okay, what did Jill say? Jill said I had big feet. Okay, are my feet big? No. So then why am I upset? Answer questions to in your head. Okay, are my feet big? Yes. So then again, why am I upset? Answer question in your head. So that's just the beauty of the mood tracking app. Honestly, being able to really dig down to what the hell is really going on in your brain, connecting it to the right emotion and the right feeling. Like I said, all things are situational, circumstantial. Sometimes it might be justified, but understanding is always key. When you understand, you can then go about addressing things correctly and accordingly and from a place of true intention and not a place of just anger or just sadness or just happiness, what have you. Personally, I always used to find myself in situations where I would be upset or I would be angry. I'd be feeling whatever emotion it is at the time, and I would just leave it there. I would leave it right there. This person upset me, and that's all I needed to know. That's all I need to know. Some days, honestly, is still all I need to know. But whether the person upset you or not, whether this person is at fault for upsetting you or not, you owe it to yourself to understand what's really upsetting you about whatever's going on. That way, when the situation presents itself again, because it will, you'll repeatedly go through the same things over and over again, you'll know how to manage it better the second time around. So the mood tracking apps that I use have definitely helped me with understanding that piece of understanding what my emotion is. And then by doing that, I find that I'm able to work through whatever emotion that honestly normally would have me crawling in bed upset or texting my friends just completely distracted. So at all times, you really just want to take a moment and understand what you're feeling. Writing it down helps, whether you choose not to use a mood tracking app or not. Do it on a piece of paper, do it in a journal, do it on a poster board. I think I've seen really cute posts in the past, like Pinterest posts of people getting like stickers, like smiley faces and sad faces, and doing it like that, and people using like a good day was a star, a bad day was whatever you wanted it to be, an elephant. So poster board is pretty cool if you're someone who's visual and has to like touch. So there are ways to manage. More than anything, I think it's important to know these emotions are okay. So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please take out some time to check out the apps listed below. And if you do use them, tell me what you think. And if there are apps that you currently use that aren't listed, share those as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next video.